This Trump fella think he's bigger than everybody, yet he treat everybody like garbage unless you're in his level or whatsoever. Dealing with a third god who actually think that he is the owner of everyone. No one is bigger, no one is higher. Having elites who always been praised and kissed, even licked. Why those who doesn't have anything or have a harder condition, whether we are from Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, North America, South America, everybody's suffering some way. Why those elites taking whatever they want? And of course I hate whatever this elite are doing. Not only in one world, but in many worlds. God damn it. Having that third god, what an asshole. All I know is that one day, I hope that I could be the big one. I am at least the seventh devil, of course, while he is the third god. Yeah, that third god with his ass full of poop or whatsoever. But I don't think about that. I think only about his arrogance, using money and any kind of lavish, lying to people, stealing from people and so on. Yet this man think that he's above everybody. What a hell. And now his rich people or rich bodies are actually playing with the money. They eating lavish food. They travel to lavish place. Any kind of luxury or anything with wealth. The wealthy people can always talk shit about the working class, the lower middle class or the poor class or whatever. And when it comes to those people who have pursued a job, they are nearly the same as those who keep enslaving people to do their bidding. And yet, they are the one who taking credits for whatever any of those other classes' hard work. Is that okay at all? No, of course not. You know what is different between a lowlife compared to the elites? Well, I don't say we lowlifes are lesser than the elites. No, we are not. But that's how the reality is. They see us as the weakest one. They see us as the worst one compared to themselves. They have their pride, while we, on the other hand, trying to fight for our own. But what is the problem with us? Simple. We're living in hell. We're living there. The big guys can now always playing around with the money and do whatever they want. I don't say that we have to be rich and do just like them. No, that's not the idea. The idea is that what I'm saying is when people suffer, they need help. Each and anyone. It doesn't matter. And it should be a consideration when it comes to people who are actually dealing with the issue. They need everything. They can't sit down and just starve to death for having a bad time all the time because of all this hardship. Again, even medicine costs a lot. People who have condition to finding cure for their own illness and disease and so on. That's not okay at all from a president who have no remorse to anyone. What about me? But not only me in this case. case because it really sounds more like egoist. I mean, again, we all suffer alike. We all have met our own stupidity while we still suffer because of what the elites are doing and manipulate some people who think that this kind of elite or this kind of figure or this kind of God could be their saviors. Well, I am aware about something like that because this is not the only thing. May I say, Trump is not the only one, but Trump is the one who actually getting a lot of influence, and people have a harder time to hate this man, God. This is actually hard to even deal with. However, as a person myself, I know already how many people will actually suffer because of it. We are an easy prey when it comes to the elites, as much we are the easy target when it comes to burglars, thieves, criminals and so on. But again, no one cares. So long as benefit the wealthy. We, on our hands, had nothing to say except to protest, claim our rights, and so on. But do anyone cares? No, of course not. No one cares. That's the thing. We should actually be the one who submit to whatever the law is saying every time. It's too much. Even in some of the countries, for example, when some burglars stealing our stuff in our property or whatever, but I have to say, police will act only when it comes to foots, but that depends which policeman or policewoman you talk to. But when it comes to internet, a lot of proof, yet no one answer, no nothing. It doesn't matter what generation that police belong to. Point is, each and any of them lack anything. Unless there's multiple people who claim same thing, it still will be like a wheel. It means either that person will act or not. So in reality, every classes are losers while the higher class is the winner. They are the one who getting more attention. If they got stolen, of course we want their stuff back, no matter what. No question asked. And that's the very reason why it is unfair when it comes to us. We're losing our stuff. We're losing every time. But here's also a thing when it comes to the burglars and the crooks. There's some of the crooks who want to survive, who actually have no money or a job, while some of the crooks have a job, yet their extra income will come by stealing everybody's property or money in this case. They couldn't care less about anyone at all. And that's the very reason to why it is very hard when it comes to the elites who always decide how many people are they going to hire. The same goes with the payments. People deserve at least to have some amounts of money. I mean, $2,000 wouldn't be so bad, right? Why on earth must anyone in this case pay so little to just getting a job? That's one thing I want to come up with because I am so done with all those idiots out there who just think that they know exactly what they are talking about. and in reality they don't, because if they had a remorse, they would actually hire each and anyone and make sure that everybody can work. I don't think independence by CEO should actually be a thing. No, because the faster they get independence, the riskier it will be, because they're going to fire everyone to make sure that everyone won't be able to work. What do I mean with that? Well, I mean that everyone will be without money, without anything. That means it will be more to the CEO with money and so on. No question asked. Or they could simply just pay the less, while the CEO have bunch of money, live that rich man world all the time. How long will it take before anyone can see that they are in danger? Yet the reason to why the criminals and crooks exist is because of the unfair system we're living in. And that's why the crooks have no remorse when it comes to us. So that's why I wish there were some reason, because when the CEO never taking responsibility, we are the one who actually will suffer to the end. And I can say myself, I am tired when it comes to the elites. We are the nagging one who actually screaming everything. They demand perfection all the time. While we, the ordinary working class, poor class, or lower middle class, have to suffer the same consequences all the time. And that's why I'm saying CEOs who are independent, especially if that CEO is a greedy, money laundering capitalist, then yeah, that's the worst part when it comes to capitalism, at least. And yes, you might ask, are you a communist? I could say, in a way, I define communism. Yes, I am, but I'm also independent. I don't think it is wrong to be a communist. But okay, if we're going to talk about the world, well, the leaders who claim that they are communism, they are the false communism. Because, again, communism doesn't stand on greed or whatever. No, they stand on unity between the workers, no matter what. So whoever, all those leaders who have using the communism as an example, they failed. They used power structure, and to begin with, they were never communism. They were capitalism. We say Putin were a communist, but no, he was never communist, because, again, if he were a communist, he would actually share everyone equally, not become an oligarchy himself or anyone at all. Sure, I don't say it is wrong to be rich. He could be rich, he could be anything, so long it is himself who actually work and getting rich. Yes, no problem with that. But when it comes to people who actually suffer, have no money or nothing at all, that's the thing you should actually question. Are Russia communist? No. To be more fair to say, When it comes to the government of Russia, they are the one who are capitalism. Yes, they have always been capitalism and will continue to be capitalism. The citizens, on the other hand, are the communism. They are the one who works. They are the one who provide everything for themselves and for the government. They are the one who are fighting every day, try to survive. Each and any poor people and working class have always helped each other. I am pretty sure that the lower middle class have done that too. But I don't know about those other classes if they really want to help each and anyone around. I'm not so sure. I myself know how difficult it is, and especially when it comes to people who are literally stealing money from some people. Yes, of course. But again, perhaps to say in the country I live, we have the socialism. But that doesn't help. Again, even if we say our country is a socialistic country, no, it is not. Because everything pointing at capitalism, it have gone so far since 2006 when every company started to be more independent, had nothing with the state to do. They could run willy-nilly however they want and see people who actually suffer for reality. It had never been easy to live at all. Never. CEOs who become more independent, become more greedy, and demanding a lot of money couldn't care less about the working class at all, rather their own money. Think like a grocery, for example. Most of the CEOs have pumped up a lot of cash and become billionaires as well. Most of them are billionaires, both for the company and individual. The saying goes for every company around, even industries or fabrics. Each and any of them have monopoly everything, and people are still suffer. To be more fair to say, our Prime Minister is a greedy capitalist himself, despite coming from a family as a middle class. When I say middle class, I literally mean middle class. Something between the low and high. Yes. Anyway, what I want to say is, we all suffer, we do. Recently, I do remember that I used to always talk about Islam and so on, or Christianity and sometimes. But anything as I used to do is challenging the conservatives and extremism from all the sides, even in our own community. What I know is that it is impossible for us to just construct something unless we all can talk. That's the thing. I maybe have grown up as a Sunni, but we were more liberty than conservative. Now I am more of a secular, even though I am worshipping God, but still have my opinion as well. My opinion is freedom, peace, equality, and everything else we could stand up for. And I say, a global life, no matter what life form you belong, matters. Don't forget that, because again, we all deserve that kind of justice, no matter what. And I hope one day that we all will get that. May Trump be that kind of guy, no matter what he's doing. May we all suffer because of him, but we also suffer by other greedy capitalism around the world. Whether you are from Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, North and South America, Greenland, or whatever world you belong to, we all deserve a life. We all deserve whatever we're actually fighting for. Independency, but also make sure that neither of us have to suffer. And don't create a lot of burglars too. That's all I wanted to say. And I'm thanking you for taking the time and listen to whatever I had to say. I am the Bean Devil, the seventh devil of Islam, the second Shaitan, and the youngest devil among every devil from different religion, culture, or whatever mystical thing or whatever. Yes, that's all I have to say. Thank you everybody, and we see you again. Have a nice day. Bye.